Hello folks, I'm Scott Grove. I'm here to demonstrate some more of my guitars that I've recently acquired. And these are all from my personal collection. No, I don't work at a music store or anything like that. So what we have today is a mid-70s Ovation Breadwinner Limited. Okay, you'll notice on this one it has these mini humbuckers on it. And you have two knobs. Of course, you have your volume knob and a tone knob. This guitar actually, here on the back, runs on two 9-volt batteries, so it is an 18-volt active system on here. Bolt-on neck, 24 frets, the whole, some sort of an ebony fingerboard. It's actually a composite material. Okay. So it's like ebonite or ebonol or something like that. With these are an upgraded version, and like I say, it's limited, of the traditional Breadwinner. The traditional Breadwinner in its original state was like this one. Believe it or not, those big old pickups are actually single coils. Those are not humbuckers. Okay, so you'll notice the difference in the shape of this one. Okay, where it is actually completely rounded here, and the limited that I'm showing you is exactly the same as this one, except with the cutaway right here. Okay, the original one I showed you back there has a textured finish, so it feels almost like a that spray on granite type of thing, or not even the granite, the flexstone type of a feel. With the limited, they actually went to a lot smoother. You can see it if I get it in the light right finish. And then they actually went with what's called a Deacon, which is back to the old shape, but then an extremely high gloss finish and diamond inlays and so forth, which was supposed to be their extremely high-end model. Now, the thing about these guitars is really funky. The switching on them is insane. Okay, number one, and Fender copied this kind of later, but even though it was a TBX tone control thing, if you're familiar with that, and it was passive, but the tone control is meant to be set at 5. That will be your normal position. Anything beyond that cuts down your bass and turns up your high end at the same time. In the back of the guitar here, where the control cavity is, where the two 9-volts rest, there are two small holes adjustable by a small flathead screwdriver, one of which will, actually each of them adjust the volume of each pickup. Okay? Now what we have, so after you get that set, you set it so you get each pickup sounding, balanced the way you like it. What is very odd about this whole thing, besides that, is this particular button, or switch I should say, two-way switch, is actually a notch filter. When you have it in this position towards the neck, it is in its quote-unquote normal position. Everything operates semi-normal, which I will explain to you. Flick it this way, and the notch kicks in. It just gives you a whole new palette of sounds to work with. It's set at a specific frequency, and it changes, basically just gives you a whole new set of 3 different sounds to kind of mess with. Okay, something really weird about this is, well, not weird, because 99% of the guitars in the world have their jack in the most stupid place in the world, as does this one. Why would you want your jack there, and then you go to try to put it up to your strap, and then it has to hang across here and look all stupid. It should be located right under here and do like a strap type cup or something and bring it straight to your strap instead of this. So that's always a stupid idea. Like I said, 99% of the guitars in the world, I don't think actual musicians design them, so why would they do that? Who knows? Okay, you'll notice you got the little brass bridges, saddles and so forth. Bone nut, maybe some of you know my opinions on that, but anyway, Why would you want your guitar strings to rest against the steel and nickel frets or whatever, and then be open and have a bone nut and it sounds different? Go figure. You'd think they would make the nut out of the same thing the frets are made out of, but some people just can't design a guitar right. Anyway, beyond that, let's get into the actual sounds of this thing. I'll bring it down and I'll explain to you the sheer madness that is here. I am my own camera guy, so there you go. And I will just move everything to accommodate everything. What the switching here does is nothing short of duh. It's backward from in most things that you would think of. Three-way switch, toggle switch for the two pickups like normal, but you do not ever get a normal guitar sound out of these things. Okay? Why? I don't know. I wasn't around when Cayman is the company that owns Ovation and oh so many other guitars, but full this way, just like you would expect, it is the neck pickup. In the middle of the three-way is only your bridge pickup. Duh. It should not be that way, but it is on all their guitars. When you flick it all the way to the bridge position, it is actually both pickups, which should sound great, but once it flips them there, it puts them out of phase. So you end up with real funky, mid-scooped, blah blah blah, and there is no way to put them in phase and to have it sound normal. Okay, there's no way to make it happen. That was just not in the design of the guitar. Okay, so you have normal neck pickup, normal bridge pickup, then both pickups together but out of phase. You cannot get them in phase and both on at the same time. Okay, so therein lies the madness. Let's check out the clean tones and you'll see what I mean. I will run the tone at 5 like I was telling you about. Here is the neck pickup clean. So, nice useful sound. Okay, let's do the neck pickup with the tone control wide open. Okay, you'll see that the bottom end has gone away, but it gets very, very bright. Those two batteries are really using some juice now. So it almost can make it sound like, if you get it somewhere in between there, I'll put it back at about 8. That is actually the closest you're going to sound to actually having both pickups on and having them normal in phase. Is to run the neck pickup with the tone control set at about 8 and your notch filter not kicked in. So any of you guys that own that and are looking for a normal sound out of this guitar, that's how you get it. Okay, so back to 5 on the tone control. We're going in the middle, which is only the bridge pickup. Again, tone control at 5, which is supposed to be normal. Okay. Now, wide open on the tone control. Who would use it? Not me. So don't run that. I would say never run that tone control wide open. Here it is back to 8. That would actually do you good with, like, say, distortion. Okay? That would be your normal distortion thing. Just roll it back to about 8. Okay, so you do have your 24th fret, so it makes it nice. From there, okay, if we run just a straight distortion, no effects, nothing like that. I've got other guitars around here ringing, but that is the best sound on here for distortion. So go into your bridge pickup, of course, like you normally would, and just rolling back the tone down to about 8. Okay, now when you go to both pickups, out of phase, tone knob on 5. Just very funky. It is 70s sounding, which the guitar is. So that's what out of phase sounds like, but you can't get it back in, so I will turn the tone knob wide open, which nobody would use. Okay, I will bring this tone knob back to the 5 position. I will leave it there so it's both pickups out of phase. I will hit the notch button. So that is your most useful tone with both pickups on. 5 on your tone, the notch filter kicked in. Bring the tone all the way up with the notch. Kind of funky. Okay, here we are at the bridge pickup. Go back to 5 here, but with a notch. And there you're getting into your country sounds. Okay. So that actually kind of simulates a single coil sound. If you have it in the middle, which is actually only your bridge pickup, 5 on your tone, and your notch filter kicked in. If I turn the tone up again, it just gets nasty. So find something comfortable between 5 and 8 on your tone. And finally, the neck position with the notch filter kicked in, tone at 5. Again, almost a simulated single coil. And tone up to 10. Almost usable telly territory. So there you go. Those are the clean sounds, blah blah blah. And with the notch filter kicked in, I am going to turn both pickups on. Notch filter kicked in. I've only got less than a minute. And tone at about 8. So we have, with that way, that is both pickups. We'll go with distortion. Now regular distortion. And now we'll go all the way down to a... Okay, so there you go. This is the 70s Ovation Breadwinner Limited. Okay, so check it out. It's a gray sunburst. Beautiful guitar, actually. Just got to really work with it. So, hope you enjoyed that.